How's it going? We're going to look at 5 keys massively dropping in price, some of the biggest I've ever seen. All right, first up, we got Vengeance number 1. A 9.4 is down 33% from $570 back in May to $381. A 9.6 is down 31% from $711 in April to $495 currently. And a 9.8 currently sells for $1145. That is down 43% from its high back in April of $2,000. If you look at the graph up here, you can see that it just kind of went up and this has been slowly going down. Now, this is the first appearance of America Chavez. She's already been seen in the Doctor Strange 2 trailer, so we already know it's happening. It's not a rumor anymore. And I think basically what this book is, the hype got really high. Some people thinking she's just going to be a bit part side character, not a huge thing in the movie. Who knows? We don't know yet. But usually what happens with these books is they get hyped up, and then the trailer comes out. There's still a lot of hype, and then it slowly this kind of dies out. And that's what happens. Supply and demand, a lot of these people just throw their books up there once, the hype's at its peak, and then it just creates, a downward trend. And that's kind of what's happening with this book. All right, next we got New Mutants 87. A 9.4 is down 31% from $260 in April to $180. A 9.6 is down 48% from $510 of a high back in September to $267 now currently. And a 9.8 currently sells for $531. That is down 49% from a high in June during that comic boom for $1,030. You look at the graph up here and you can see that it just kind of been slowly, steadily going down ever since the comic boom. Now this book got a huge boost, just like most books from the comic boom. This is the first appearance of Cable. Obviously Cable was in the Deadpool 2 movie. I think they're not going to really use Cable going forward in the Deadpool series. So it's kind of like losing a little bit of a hype from that. Long term, I don't think this book is really going to drop too much more. I think it's still going to drop for a little bit longer, but it's not going to be too much more because this is a very, very key book that a lot of people want. So, once it gets to near that bottom, that'll be a good time to pick it up. All right, moving on to the next one. All right, we got All.1, first appearance of Miss Marvel, the Kamala Khan one. And this at a 9.4 is down 69% from $480 back in May to $150. Wow. And a 9.6 dropped by 63% from $800 at its peak to $300. And a 9.8 is down 46% from $2,000 at its peak to now currently selling for $1,084. And you can look at there, it just kind of goes up and just slowly kind of rounding back down. Now, there's obviously a TV show coming out called, I think, Miss Marvel, like that. And that's going to focus on her in that TV show. And there's also a movie coming out called The Marvels, which used to be Captain Marvel 2 with Brie Larson, but that kind of moved out of the way, and now they're just doing The Marvels, which will probably feature Captain Rambeau from WandaVision, Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, and then this Miss Marvel is probably what it'll focus on, those 3 women. I think there's rumors that they kind of want to move Brie Larson out, even though that movie made over $1 billion. I think there's some stuff going on behind the scenes. A lot of people don't like Brie Larson. So yeah, I don't really know. There's just lots of rumors. You can look it up and you can see all the rumors and things like that. So I think they're trying to shift her out and bring in someone else that the fans actually like. So moving on. We got Eternals number 2. This is the first appearance of Ajax and the Celestials, and they played a big part in the Eternals movie. A 9.4, down 73%. From a peak back in May for $375 down to $100 now. Wow. A 9.6 is down 58% from $425 to $180. And now currently a 9.8 sells for $604. It used to sell at its peak $2,900 back in May. That is down 79%. That is a huge, huge drop. You look at that graph, you can see it's a straight down, just keeps dropping. It's down below where it used to be, just sitting around. Now it's just keep dropping. Obviously, I've mentioned lots of the Eternals books on here before. This is no different. The Eternals movie came and went and didn't really make much of a splash. Some people kind of liked it, but most people really didn't like it. It didn't really make a whole lot of money. I don't think there'll be Eternals number 2 at all. They'll probably take some elements, some characters from the Eternals movie and put them in the MCU. Maybe you'll see like Black Knight, things like that. But the whole Eternals brand I don't see them making a number 2. That's one reason why this book is dropping. And on top of that, there's just so many of these books. I can't tell you how many complete runs I had in top grade, like 9.4s and 9.8s of this book. Just literally run after run after run after run. At one point, I had like a full short box of just straight number 1s through number 10s, just like 10 to 20 copies of each. This is a very, very comic book. It was always kind of like a dollar bin comic book that no one really cared about. So there was a ton floating out there, supply and demand. There's just way too much supply to meet the demand. All right, moving on. We got Amazing Spider-Man number 800. This is the remastered sketch variant. Now, a 9.2 back in 2018 sold for $199. Now sells for $185, down 7%, not that much. But then you get to the 9.6. Back in 2018, that's pretty much when this came out, sold for $510, now down 78% to $109. And get this, a 9.8 back in 2018 when this book kind of dropped, sold for $3,000. Now that is down 83% to $499. You look at the graph, it's just pretty much straight going down and then slowly going down more and more and more. That's what happens with a lot of these variants. They're hyped. People first one out of the gate, they're going to make a ton of money because, you know, you get this book for relatively nothing. To get it to CGC, to get it back, boom, you're making all this money. But then it just slowly dies out. And that's kind of like what happens. Not just comics in general and variants a lot of times. On to the last one. But before I do, if you haven't subscribed already, you like this kind of stuff, please think about subscribing. It really helps out this channel. Really trying to hit that 10,000 goal. All right, let's move on to the last one, and it is update. I always like to do an update at the last one to kind of see where these books are heading. Are they still going down? Are they still dropping? Let's look at the last one. All right, we got Hulk number 449. This is the first appearance of the Thunderbolts. Let's see if it's still dropping. A 9.4 back in January, average 265, and that's when I did this book. And now it currently is at 181, so it's still dropping 32%. From average to average. A 9.6 average in January for 329. Now it currently averages 235. That is down 29%. And a 9.8 is down 12% from 660 to 578. You can look at the graph up there at the top and you can see that it's still going down. Now, this book has been speculated on, rumored on for so long, just ridiculous amounts of time. It's, oh, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And obviously got a huge boom during the comic boom. And it's been steadily going down. I think most of these rumors that people are trying to like speculate on that, you know, Thunderbolts. I just don't think they're going to happen, at least not for a very, very, very long time. And I think people are finally realizing that the Thunderbolts, if they do happen, they are so far off. I mean, we still have to get the X-Men. We still have to get the Fantastic Four. Like, it's going to be a long while before we get any type of Thunderbolt anything. So I think that's why this book is slowly, steadily dropping. I think it'll still continue to drop. So wait a bit till you pick up your copy. And I hope you like this stuff. Have a great day. You'll be here through these highs and stream my new song, Highs and Lows, out now.